am Sam Lucia from Nub Cigar, and you're watching a cigar review on StogieReview.com.
Oui, monsieur, madame Droduban, Cuban. Oui, monsieur, madame Droduban. C'est pas comme ça.
Hey, what's up everyone? This is Jerry from the StogieReview.com, bringing you another video cigar review. I'm back. This week. Got tied up in Boston last week, didn't make my review, but I'm back, and this week I'm bringing you the Joya de Nicaragua Serie C. I'm sure everybody out there knows all about the 1970 and the celebration. I'm more of a celebration guy myself. The 1970s just a little too full body, too full power for my liking. But I'm sure most of you out there have tried it and know what I'm talking about. This is the Serie C. To my knowledge, it's the only cigar. Well, let me break it down for you. This is actually the Toro size. It comes in at 6 inches long with a 50-inch ring gauge. It features a binder and filler, both from Nicaragua. And what's interesting about this cigar, it's the only cigar that I'm aware of from Joya de Nicaragua where the wrapper isn't Nicaraguan. This is actually a Connecticut wrapper. It's actually a Connecticut wrapper from Ecuador, which stands for the Serie C part of it. I picked these up in Boston. I picked up about 4 or 5 of these up in Boston. Smoked a few so far. I think in Boston I paid $5.80, $5.50 for each one. That doesn't include Boston's tax on tobacco there. You could get these, they're available in boxes of 20. You get the Toro size for about 75 bucks from various places online. If you could find them, from what I've read, their factory is actually out of these until 2009. So I guess people are stockpiling them, or just not enough to meet demand. So this week I'm smoking the Joya de Nicaragua Serie C. My Mega Pump died on me, so I'm going to be using matches in my cutter. So I need to get my things together, and when I come back, we'll take a journey and see where this Serie C by Joya de Nicaragua leads us. So hang tight, and we'll be back. All right. I am back. As you can see, went ahead and cut and lit up my Joya de Nicaragua Serie C. Before I break, I was telling you how the Mega Pump died and my Colibre lighter sucks. So I'm really down to using matches. And I just want to point out not to use paper matches or anything like that. I'm sure most of you noticed. What you want to make sure you're using wooden matches. This is since I'm using a pack of matches that I got for my birthday last year from Casa Fuente. They're long wooden matches here. Let me pull one out. So pretty long, guys. You don't want to use the paper matches because of something about the sulfur in them, or in the head of the match and the paper. Go with the wooden matches. They're your best bet. So I've gotten pretty good at using, since my Mega Pump died, I've gotten pretty good at mastering lighting my cigar with the wooden matches, although there's no wind inside, so we'll see how that goes. Hopefully I'll find a replacement. I feel like last year around this time I was asking for a replacement lighter, so if you have any suggestions, let me know. I really do. I think last year I got the Mega Pump last year, so if you have recommendations of what kind of lighter is reliable, it doesn't have to be a single flame, doesn't have to be triple flame, just something that that's just reliable and get the job done. So anyways, smoking my Serie C by Joya de Nicaragua. One thing I want to point out to you is, I don't know if you guys can see that or not. Let's see if I get a good picture of it. But there on the foot is a little bit of a tear there. I don't think that's a construction issue. I think that's more of a, hey Jerry, you didn't properly travel well with these. You know, I don't own a travel humidor or anything like that. When I travel, I just usually I would just repurpose a cigar box and you know, pack it with the cigars and throw in a little Humi stick for my travels. Unfortunately, on my way back, it's never as full as when I leave home, so probably Vegas will change that. Anyways, the Joya de Nicaragua Serie C so far, it's pretty intense spiciness up front. Gets you kind of, I don't want to say back in the throat. I know that annoys a lot of people out there. It's not a very good sensation that people get, but it's more towards the back of the tongue, towards the back of the palate, not towards the front. But it's a very strong, intense, peppery flavor up front. Not overwhelming, but kind of similar to that how the 1970 goes there with that peppery spice flavor up front. Well, with the 1970, you actually get that throughout the cigar. So, I'm gonna take a break, smoke some more of my Serie C, and I'll come back when I'm past the first third or whenever an update develops. So hang tight. Okay, I am back. Been plugging away here at my Serie C by Joya de Nicaragua for a while here, and I wanted to check in with you because that initial spiciness, that initial peppery flavor that I talked about up front, it's kind of still lingers a little bit, but it's starting to turn to this kind of smooth earthiness, smooth earthy tobacco flavor, which is so it's kind of mellowing the cigar out a bit. Still a full body, but just kind of a touch of mellowness. Mellowness, is that a word? If it isn't, now it is. But it's mellowed out, still full body, just kind of a little bit on the mellow side. That like I said, that spicy flavor has turned to a more earthy flavor here. So far, you know, I'm pretty impressed. I like that initial spiciness up front, kind of just grabs your attention there. It makes you really stay with the cigar and pay attention to it. It gets you from the start. Grabs your attention from the start, and I really like cigars like that. I don't like cigars that are kind of slow starters that you got to stick with to see if you know, for it to do something for you. So I really like that about this cigar, how it just grabs your attention from the get-go there. Yeah, so I just wanted to check in with you there. I'm gonna go ahead and continue smoking a little bit. I'll check back in towards the halfway point, and I'll come back and I'll talk to you about my my trip to Boston and what I did before the trip to Boston, and share some pictures with you, and go from there. So hang tight, and I'll be back. Alright, I am back. I gotta tell you, this Serie C by Joya de Nicaragua is fantastic. I mean, that, like I said, that initial spicy, peppery flavors up front really grab your attention, and then it slowly mellows out to a nice earthy taste, and that just gets you started. I mean, and now it's kind of that you still get a little bit of lingering spiciness, but now you get a nice cedary woodiness, cedar. Woody, a nice cedar flavor there. It's just fantastic. But yeah, you know, I'm digging this. I'm really digging it. You still get that full body, that full flavor experience that you get from the 1970, but just a little mellowed out, and just wow, that's a real nice smooth cedar flavor there. Probably one of the best woodsy cedary cigars that I've tasted. So if you're interested, if you want to train your palate and you want to know what a cedary woodsy flavor tastes like, you know, you might want to consider picking up the Serie C by Joya de Nicaragua. It's definitely a woodsy cedary cigar that really awakens your palate, and it's just smooth and relaxing, and just nice. It's nice to have a nice cigar. Anyways, you know, as you know, I missed my last week's review. I was up in Boston, and just couldn't find the time or the place to actually record a review. I meant to record a review before I left, but it just didn't work out. In fact, before I left, I went to a nub event over at Signature Cigars, and that was fantastic. Talking to Walt, and how he talks about the nub and San Lucia from Nub Cigars. I thought Walt was just a fanboy. It was just overplaying, but really, the nub event was fantastic. Meeting Sam was fantastic. Talking to Sam was fantastic, and you really get a sense of how much he loves cigars, and I enjoyed the nub too. I didn't really care for the nub Habano too much. The Cameroon was okay. I really fell in love with the nub Connecticut. That was just a rich, flavored cigar that's not like any other Connecticut I've ever had, I will say. But no, the nub event was amazing. I had a really great time. If you haven't been to one, check it out. Look on the web and see if there's one coming to your area. And it really is a good time. And watching Sam roll some fresh rolled cigars there on the table Walt made was really cool. But yeah, I went to Boston. I gotta apologize to Mike, the cop in Boston there, and things just didn't work out where we could get together there and hang out and have a smoke. But I did spend most of my time at this place. I'll scroll some pictures here for you of my trip to Boston. I spent most of my time at this place, a few blocks away from my hotel, called LJ Peretti. Really small shop. Had 3 chairs, but I parked myself in one of the chairs and had a nice view outside the door there. Boston was a fantastic city. It was clean. It was nice. It was just, maybe the weather had something to do with it, but it was just a fantastic city. Ate extremely well. One of the best places I ate was this place called the Union Oyster House, which is the country's oldest restaurant, I guess, and enjoyed a couple dozen fresh oysters. And I'm not a big beer drinker, but there they had this thing called a Harpoon IPA, and that was just probably the best beer I've ever had in my life. Like I said, I'm not a beer drinker, more of a tequila kind of guy, but that beer was just fantastic. Went with the oysters well. And after a couple dozen raw oysters, I finished it off with a bowl of clam chowder and some cornbread, and it was just a fantastic meal. So Boston was a great city. I tried to get together with the guys over at Cigar Masters, but I didn't. I emailed them a couple weeks before I left and never heard back from them. And then I finally heard back from them on. I said I left Thursday morning, so I didn't hear back from them until Tuesday night. Oh no, Wednesday morning, and they had invited me down, but I had tickets to go see the Red Sox at Fenway Park. I'll show you a couple pictures from the seats there. But no, Fenway was a cool city. Fenway was a cool park. I'm glad I could say I finally been there as a baseball fan. It was but it was just a little too small and cluster for me. Give me the yard at Camden Yards. Any day, but it was cool. At least I could say I was there. But no, if scheduling with Cigar Masters just didn't work out, which would have been cool to shoot a video with them. If you haven't, they have a set of videos over there on YouTube that you can check out. Pretty cool stuff they do there. So yeah, that sums up my trip to Boston and the nub event. So I'm gonna go ahead and continue to smoke my JDN Nicaragua Serie C, and I'll come back and we'll close out the review. So stick with me a little longer, guys. All right. I am back, finishing up here. Ow, that hurt. Finishing up here on my Serie C by JDN Nicaragua, and just to sum it all up here. Like I've been saying, it started off with that really intense spicy, peppery flavor up front, slowly mellowed into a nice earthy flavor, and then it took on this really fantastic, rich, out of this world cedary flavor that's just one of the most amazing cedar flavors that I've gotten from a cigar. You know, like I said earlier, if you have a hard time on the palate, if your palate has a hard time picking up a cedary flavor, you know, like when you go visit, when you open up your humidor and you get that whiff of Spanish cedar, and it's you know, we all know that's a wonderful aroma. You know, imagine that as the flavor. And if your palate has a hard time picking up on that flavor, you know, really pick up the see if your B&M or you can find some place online for the Serie C by Joya de Nicaragua, and you will definitely know what a cedar flavor tastes like. But had no problems with the burn. It burned evenly throughout, which kind of surprised me, because normally when I light things with a match, you know, I'm always, you know, I always got to find a way to touch it up. It makes it a little, without a lighter, it kind of makes touching up a little more difficult. But this guy, you know, I didn't have to relight it all. Burned razor straight the whole way through. Like I said, great flavors. You know, I tell you what, you know, most of you, if you're wondering where this sits in the line, you know, you have the 1970, which is the full body, full flavor, spiciness all the way up top. And then you have the Celebration a few steps below, which is a much milder cigar than 1970. I think the Serie C, it kind of fits that void there. It kind of comes in between that Celebration and the 1970. If you're looking for something, if the 1970 was too much for you and the Celebration was too little for you, I think the Serie C will be what you're looking for. It's kind of, like I said, it kind of fills that void in between there, and it's just a well balanced, nice cedary flavored cigar there. Like I said, I think I paid $540 or $580 for the cigar, which isn't a bad price at all. Yeah, so if your B&M carries them, or if you can find them online, I really recommend the Joya de Nicaragua Serie C. So check it out if you can. With that, that wraps up this week's review. I think next week I might continue with my CI Legend series, or I did pick up a couple of the Java waves. I might give those a try. I know I've gotten a couple emails about those, or it might be an El Centurion by Don Pepin. I've been smoking a lot of those, or an El Rico Habano. So one of those 4 cigars, or you know what, you know, I might come up with something in between now and then. It's not any of those, so you know, I try. You know, I'm trying to get you guys to know what I'm gonna be smoking. But you know how it goes. You know, sometimes you don't know what you're gonna smoke until you open that humidor and see what all you have. So be sure, before I go, be sure to either Twitter me or leave a comment and let me know if you have a good advice on a lighter to purchase. Like I said, doesn't matter if it's triple flame or double flame or a single flame, doesn't matter. I just want something that I can click and it will light. It doesn't matter if it's $1 or $100. I just need something reliable, something that will something that's reliable and will give me a lot of help me light a lot of cigars along the way, and I'm not here next year asking you for another lighter to buy. So anyways, give the Serie C a chance if you can find them. Until next week, as always, you guys have been great, and long gases.
Oui, palais français.
Voy a trabajar.
Oui, palais français.
Hay que cosechar.
Oui, palais français.
Para alimentar.
Oui, palais français. Oui, palais français. Oui, palais français.
Dis-moi là, salon, oui, monsieur.
Bonsoir, messieurs.